It's been almost a full month since Switch 2 hit store shelves, and we're finally getting the next game for the Nintendo Classics. That's right, Nintendo announced that expansion pack subscribers will have access to the GameCube classic Super Mario Strikers on Thursday, July 3rd. Yeah, that's pretty cool news. But is this game actually worth playing? To answer that question, I decided to flip through the pages of Electronic Gaming Monthly, GamePro, Game Informer, and more classic magazines to see what the critics said back when this game first came out. Oh, I sure hope you have your cleats handy, because we're hitting the pitch hard in this new episode of Nintendo Classics Review Crew.
Aquí está, fanáticos, el partido entre los dos mejores equipos. Mario empuja al rival y se lleva el balón. Vean ustedes, va corriendo con el balón. Ahí se la roban. Tiene Mario nuevamente. Está Mario con el balón. Va jugando a la izquierda. Tumba uno, tumba dos. Jugada de maravilla. De ensueño. Tiene el tiro. ¡Mario!
Rougher, tougher. The game will never be the same. Super Mario Strikers is here, only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
¡Qué jugada de Mario!
Earlier this year, we sadly lost Super Soccer. Now, just a few months later, and we gain a soccer game, Super Mario Strikers. See, the world is whole again. This is the first of several Mario-themed soccer games Nintendo has released over the years. It actually comes to us from Next Level Games, the Canadian developer whose only other game before Strikers was NHL Hits Pro, the midway game designed to do for hockey what NHL Blitz did for football. This is an extremely over-the-top version of the popular sport, with all the Mushroom Kingdom trappings that you'd expect and the kind of unrealistic plays that you can only get in a video game. The critics were already big fans of Mario playing golf and tennis, but did that extend to the soccer pitch? Let's find out. When it comes to Electronic Gaming Monthly, it was 7s across the board. All three of the editors gave Strikers a 7 out of 10, placing the magazine right in the middle of the scale. G-Ford summed it up this way: the latest stop in Mario's wide world of sports tour has a familiar feel to it. Highly accessible gameplay, light on simulation, good fun. By keeping the matches short, adding power-ups to the mix, and introducing the two-player Super Strike to the game, Mario Strikers appreciably livens up the sport. But I have to blow the whistle on a few points. The lack of mini-games and multiple modes is shocking. Switching characters mid-play doesn't always select the most logical dude, and passing is a little too sensitive. Also, why can you only have one Mushroom Kingdom A-lister per team? Damien agreed. It's funny what a little Mario can do. Somehow in Strikers, launching a barrage of turtle shells at an opposing soccer player makes a strange kind of sense. This exercise in Mario brand extension could just as easily be based on water polo, lacrosse, or hockey. But while the arcadey gameplay is simple to learn, it packs some real strategy in a two-player game on both offense and defense. As we go down the scale, we see Maxim Magazine give Super Mario Strikers the same sexy 7 out of 10 score as EGM. Game Informer went a tad lower, with critic Kato actively disliking the soccer game. Mario's woes in the sports genre continue. Mario Baseball had its gameplay problems, but at least it was structured far better. It had mini-games, it had an overworld map to play around on. Conversely, Mario Strikers is as basic gets. Play through a bunch of similar tournaments and repeat until you're so bored that you're tempted to turn on the tube and watch a baseball game. This is only suitable for small children who don't know any better and those who like to be tickled by Mario's mustache rides. Game Informer gave Super Mario Strikers a score of 6.75 out of 10. Now, on the other side of the EGM divide, we see Nintendo Power give the game a so-so 7.5 out of 10. Chris concluded that Super Mario Strikers is a great first step in a long series of quality soccer games. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a well-established franchise, but the core gameplay is nearly spot on. Unfortunately, the only modes are single-player exhibition, multiplayer exhibition, and a handful of cup challenges. It would have been nice to see a little more variation in the gameplay. Nonetheless, for sports game fans looking for another fix of frenzied multiplayer fun, Strikers will fit the bill quite nicely. When it comes to the highest score, we once again have to look at GamePro, who of course gave the game a perfect 5 out of 5. That is just what they do. As the latest in the long legacy of Mario sports games, Super Mario Strikers is a standard bearer. It's easily the Mario Kart of soccer games, and that should tell you a lot. Even if you think that you're a confirmed soccer hater, this game just might rock your world. Look, it's true. This game may rock your world, but I'd go in with tempered expectations. Most of the critics agree that the core gameplay is fun, but there just simply isn't enough content here to keep players engaged for long. This game and the series did eventually become a hit at parties with the competitive multiplayer sessions, so there's definitely a way to get the most out of Mario Strikers. Just don't go in expecting it to be as robust as the other Mario sports game on the Mario Classics app.
Hot マリオ本気で蹴りますよ。当たり前じゃ。ビッター止めたるわ。ほな行きまーす。よっしゃ来い。マリオたちのサッカーは何でもありの大乱闘。決めろスーパーストライク。スーパーマリオストライカーズ。何してんの？危ないかな思って。
Hey, thanks for watching me break down these classic reviews. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new episodes just like this every time classic games get added to modern consoles. We have one of these episodes for every single game on the Nintendo Switch Online. So, check out the playlist when you have a minute or two. Now, here's the question I have for you. What sport is Mario best at? First rule, driving is excluded. I know you're going to be tempted to say Mario Kart, but don't. I want to hear your argument for other sports. I can't wait to see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we're going to be back this weekend with a list of the top 276 games on the Nintendo Switch Online. It's going to be a massive countdown that will include the 4 GameCube games. While you wait for that, I strongly recommend you click the subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then,